What do you mean we have to load the chain? Were they written off?
One was a convertible by the end of the day. Ah!
No, beat you off the line again.
Oh, this guy. All right. Welcome, everybody. This is simply three guys having a chat. All three of us are involved in karting in some which way. Just three different guys having a chat. We've got experience and stories that are too good not to tell. To kick us off, who the heck are we?
Yeah, so my name's Geordie. Started go-karting when I was kind of 10, 11 years old, something around there. Started with rental karts, and then my dad's got a motorsport background, so he thought I might like it as well, which I obviously did. So bought me a go-kart, just a real cheap second-hand shitter that I was too big for by the time we even bought it. So had that for a little bit, and it just kept growing from there. Just started with my first club day, and then did a club championship, and then went on to, state titles and Australasians and all the series that we had in Victoria. So I was in go-karting for pretty close to 10 years, and then from there did some open wheeler kind of track days and things like that, and then took a break, went to uni, and then met this guy, started a coaching program at the rental karts, so it was kind of like a full circle, which was cool. And from the rental karts it just grew, then kept growing, and then from coaching 8 kids a week in the rental karts all the way up to 200 kids or 120 kids a week or something crazy.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, so started small, kept growing and growing and growing, and then we had a lot of kids that were going from the rental karts into two-strokes, so the progression was pretty natural to get across to coaching back to the racing I used to do, which was, really fulfilling. So these days I'm doing a little bit less of the coaching and more just racing for fun, just getting the gear I have out or doing a track day in a renter car sort of thing. So
In the Hertz rental car.
yeah, the Hertz rental race car, mate. That's what we do. Just you make a lot of friends and know a lot of people after 15 years in the industry, so you can't always have an opportunity that pops up. So
Yeah.
it's one of the perks of kind of working and growing your network and just being involved, I guess.
Anyway, Harry.
So my name's Harry. I started racing competitively 2 years ago, but I have got into entry-level karting, and in Australia the class that we do is called 4SS, so it's more of a budget tier competitive racing category. We've just always loved karting. I did it heaps with my brother. We went to heaps of places all the time. Went to Le Mans to do higher karting heaps, obviously. And I don't know, we always just talked about how do we, surely there's some way we can start racing karts competitively, because I don't know, it's just something we always wanted to try. And we sort of started looking around, discovered 4-stroke karts and 4SS, and then we were just like, nah, we got to do this. So we got a kart, and we shared one kart at the start, and which is the kart I use now, and then we eventually Will got a kart for himself. Then we just raced together the first year. It's probably one of the best things that I've decided to do. It's been awesome. I've met so many people. I've learned stuff mechanically about karts. I didn't know jack shit about nothing when I started.
No, I still know jack shit. I was at the tool store today, and anybody that knows, I guess, us or me and Geordie, Nick will always be asking Geordie or Josh or whatever about the technical side, and other tool store, I was like, fuck, I don't know what I'm looking for. Yeah, I jumped on the phone to a friend. What am I actually buying here?
Asked a 15-year-old working at Bunnings, with this Allen key snap on me, or...
I had to call Josh, actually, and I'm not going to lie, hey, mate, I don't know what I'm buying. So
Yeah, but no, it's been really good. So, I've sort of come into this from the perspective of someone who's, pretty fresh and, still relatively new to karting, I'd say. Obviously, I've learned a lot in 2 years, but...
Do you always come from a motorsport fan background, watch supercars and V8s, or is it more just you enjoyed the driving and that's just what got you into it?
Yeah, I think it was just when I would have high karted for the first time when I was just a kid, and I think I just always loved that. But I was surrounded by it on my dad's side. His side of the family always did like dirt bikes and stuff. So I sort of grew up around dirt bikes, and I was very familiar with just something with a motor on it, 2 wheels, like learning about carburetors, learning about all that stuff. Like I was always familiar with, like, to me in some sense, but like, but still, I think even with that, like coming into karting, I still had absolutely zero idea. Like, even 4-stroke karting, like it is intimidating at the start because like it's just, what the heck does this do? You rock up to your first race, man. You like have no idea how it works.
Yeah.
You don't know about, how important making sure your front end alignment is set up correctly. Like even sprockets, rear gearing, like it's obviously the most important thing that you can change, or one of the most important things. But like, that stuff isn't as obvious to people who never done it.
You show up to your first race, you don't even know like what's scrutineering.
No, exactly.
You like have like a starting procedure and rules and like what am I supposed to do? And they're like, 12 start, sit behind him.
It's so weird.
It's like, what do you mean sit behind him?
And you come to Oakley, it's like everyone just looks like they know their shit. They're all set, they're all locked in, and you just like
you're feeling the deep end, don't you?
It is. It's like it really does throw you in the deep end.
I got this facade where like the people will be asking me what to do, and then I'm like actually just sneak around the back of the truck and call Geordie. I'm like, mate, it's my day off. Like, stop it.
You don't know till you know. That's
it.
all learning curve. Everyone started there. Even guys been in the industry 50 years. Once upon a time, they didn't know a gear ratio or how to mix fuel or what tire pressures to run. And you spend every weekend for years and years, and you figure it out. But
and it's okay. You keep learning. Like, it's okay, and guys, it can seem daunting as well. Like, you see people walking to a go-kart track to watch for the first time. They've never actually been exposed to it.
Yeah,
and
first time at the track,
daunting.
Yeah,
and it's like, it's okay because the guys that are out there doing it, there's the lower end and high end of experience when you're in that.
Yeah,
even the high end guys are still learning.
Yeah,
like it'll be
100%. Especially, if you compare to like dirt bikes, which are relatively low maintenance, you like might oil a filter and mix your fuel and check the tire pressures, and that's kind of it. And even when you're checking tire pressures on a dirt bike before you go on a trail ride, just like making sure they're not going flat or whatever. Obviously, things break when you're on a trail ride on a dirt bike, but it's not like a kart that every nut and bolt has got to be 100% the way it should be, otherwise something goes wrong.
It's a race car, not a road car.
Yeah.
Things will come loose.
Yeah. Whereas, dirt bikes, you can leave them for months on end and ride them heaps, and they're built to withstand and just keep going, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And coming from rental karts, it's even more the other end of the spectrum where you don't have to worry a single thing about the mechanical, is just jump in and go. But then you buy your own kart, and you see it heaps when people get into the sport, and they're like, oh, what do you mean we have to load the chain? Or what do you mean we have to check the tension on the chain? Or what do you mean like the front's moved in? Like, it's just a whole new ball game. So really sympathize with people just getting into the sport. It's like such a steep learning curve. And it's hard, it's easy for us to be like, oh, this Gumby doesn't know he has to lead the chain, like, and this chain's like completely flogged out. It's easy for us to go like, look at this Gumby. But, you have to, especially when you're working in the industry, like think from the other perspective, like, okay, you can't just
slag off.
Yeah, you got to be like, oh, I was in that position once, and I had no idea. Yeah. And we were lucky we had dads that were really mechanically minded to help us learn that sort of stuff, and they took it upon themselves to learn when they didn't know. So, starting completely fresh by yourself, like, that's a big jump.
Yeah. So, what about you, Nick? Who are you?
Who am I? Nick. Basically, I've been driving since I was a kid, kind of like Geordie, so kind of grew up with it. Mum's a teacher, never held a spanner.
Right.
Whilst Dad was mechanical, he's not a CEO. So we came into it fresh as a privateer kind of family that didn't really know anybody in this industry or whatever. It kind of did start from ground zero.
Yeah.
Definitely helped that, like, they're willing. Both parents are very willing to learn and both very involved to support me. But bought our first go-kart. It was a Arrow shitter.
Yeah.
I'm trying to hunt down as well. I'm trying to find that original go-kart AX9, the same as what you had.
Yeah.
Ancient piece of shit from like 2008 or whatever.
Yeah.
Gimpy fin, left-hand side. If anyone finds that, every time a customer walks in, oh, have you got a part for this go-kart? You may not even know what it is. I'm like,
I don't know what that is. So what is it?
it's yours was a rookie kart.
Yeah, rookie midget AX9. So Arrow went AX 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think.
Something like that.
And then X1, X2, X3, X4, X5, X6. So it's like 7 or 8 generations ago in the Arrow kart.
Yeah, okay, wow.
It's an old
Yeah.
kart.
Yeah.
So I just had the junior version of that, which
Yeah.
was a 2830. It's still a very small go-kart. And basically it's a bulldozer. Like, when you crash into someone...
No, man, they're all built different.
Oh, yeah. Like, if you crash into someone, like, that nose cone does not crumble. Like, the stickers...
Seasons out of all that. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I'm
100%.
not...
So, like, I got
Why
to...
don't they make it like that anymore?
Not because they're...
weight or
I don't know.
I don't know, more flex, blah blah blah.
But look, these things, like, it's a battering ram my entire junior career, basically. And like, I had the side pod re-welded absolutely on the piss.
Yeah.
And it had a gimpy bin. So if I ever find that go-kart, I'll know which one it is.
Yeah.
Trying to buy it back. But
Yeah.
bought a go-kart when I was a kid. Just did it as a dad and lad kind of thing. And then now, somehow, which I guess we'll explain another time, how this all happened and how we all kind of interlinked later on in our journey.
Yeah, that'll be a good story.
Yeah, but we
Story.
did kind of reconnect in our journeys. But basically, on the other side of the counter now, we took over Melbourne Kart Centre, so I'm on the other side of the counter, giving advice, not being the one asking advice. Yeah, it's different.
Sick.
Yeah. So the last time we all sat down together, we were actually at Phillip Island, and it was not go-karting, but we went out and had a bit of fun in a race car in Hyundai XL.
Yeah.
And that was the last time the three of us actually in the same room.
Yeah.
So, Geordie, what do we do?
Yeah, we just did a super sprint at Phillip Island in a XL. So it was your first time at Phillip Island, and it was my first time at Phillip Island in an XL.
Mr. Superior race car.
No, you got to bring it up. So yeah, just did laps in an XL, just hooted around, had some fun. It was my first time at any racetrack in close to 12 months, outside of just on practice days and a go-kart or whatever. But yeah, first official session in a while. So yeah, lots of learning, lots of fun.
Here's us thinking that we were going to be bump drafting
Yeah,
Porsche 911 Cup cars down the street.
yeah,
XL.
yeah. There were a lot of, like, I was expecting just a track day, just like part of the car club, whatever. Like, you know, you might get some kind of nicer cars, but there were people doing quick laps, like supercar level lap times around Phillip Island, and I was just like, fucking hell, like,
Yeah.
people are doing like 2 minutes 5 in the XL, and there's people like doing like high 120s, like supercar spec lap times, and I'm just like, oh shit, like,
There was an actual cup car.
yeah,
I think there was 2 like mock supercars. They
Yeah.
were like road cars converted.
Yep.
But like full spec.
Yeah.
And there was a couple of like fully blown Porsche 911 GT and 3
Yeah.
RSs and things, and
like really quick like Lotus releases and stuff like that. Like,
no joke cars.
Yeah, no, it's like one thing that so I went as well, but I didn't drive or anything. But for me, like that was my first time being at a Phillip Island track day, and that was just really cool to see all the cars that people had, but also just the sheer amount of money that people had, and like the cars that like some people were racing in like a Porsche GT3, and it was just like 2 people like just there chilling with like their fresh unused set of slick tires, and I was just like, what?
There's Geordie and I sharing a set.
yeah, sharing some semis and
Yeah.
love gear slicks over there.
Yeah,
And like full transporters and like
the transporters.
big like hydraulic car trailers and stuff. You're like, fuck, there is some money here for a little like
Crazy.
that.
Yeah.
Crazy.
But there was 2 cars written off that day, which was
Oh,
I guess
yeah.
kept the day kind of spicy. But
Yeah, there was I think I was the third group out, and in the second group, that guy rolled it at MG as I was on the dummy grid. And I just remember looking in the rear view mirror. I was just thinking like, You're in the car. You're a little bit nervous, even though it's just a track day. Like, okay, I've got to remember to like not hit anyone and blah blah blah. And you're trying to keep your heart rate down, and then you see in the rearview mirror, oh shit, there's a bloody BMW on its roof. Like,
Oh, so was he directly behind you?
yeah. So as you're sitting in the dummy grid, you can pretty much see the last sector of the track in your rear view, and you're just sitting there, and you're just like, oh yeah, there's a tow truck and an ambulance. And, like, you're just trying to keep calm, and you're thinking, oh, don't do that. Like,
So it was a BMW. So he's gone under. It's like hip deep under the barrier.
Yeah.
I think it was a Golf or something.
I think that was the second one.
That was flattened.
Yeah, they both were in the same spot. It was really weird spot to crash at all, let alone two like back-to-back sessions and you crash in that gravel there.
It's probably
So
I don't know, jumping off the gas, and they just as they're coasting, the cars just caught up with them. Like,
It's crazy. Like, imagine going to a track day and then that's how it ends. But like, were they ridden off? Do you reckon?
oh yeah,
one of them definitely was. I think the other one, like,
one was a convertible by the end of the day.
remember the last time we went to the island for the bikes with Mitch?
Oh yeah.
I was amazed. It was my first ever time being at the island for a motorbike track day. So it's just like people bring their own bikes, and there's a lot of quick bikes like R1s, Ducatis, and Ninjas, and all that.
That's big balls, because it was the equivalent of what we did, except they're going double or triple the speed.
They're doing like
That'd be
30,
so
40.
sick.
And it's
though.
all off the shelf brace gear.
Imagine.
Like,
Yeah, they
AMX
ran
and
like
stuff.
like $300 like shoey helmets.
oh my god, yeah.
Like, mate, like there was definitely some money there as well. People were running like full head to toe one piece Alpine Star suits. You're like, okay, full leathers. That's not cheap. Well, I remember like seeing the ambulance come out like 4 or 5 times. Like, because if you've been in a bike doing 300, like you're going in an ambulance.
Right.
I remember Mitch, who we were there with, the guy we used to work with. He was like cacking it. He was nervous. He saw the Ambos come out and then started to think, what am I doing here? Like, here's my road bike, just ride this thing for fun, and now I'm trying to hit 300. Like, oh man, that's a nerve, right?
Yeah. Although, we do have a story of a mutual friend of ours, Antonio,
Oh yeah.
who was a driver coach for a driving events day for a large German manufacturer. He was riding shotgun, coaching a customer in their own car.
That's nerve-wracking in itself.
Oh yeah, because you're even there with a nuffy. They can't drive. They can't drive. And so he's there coaching the guy, and the guy's put the car under a barrier and gone upside down. And we needed him that afternoon. We needed him to coach with us.
Yeah, he was a guest coach that week.
We hired him.
Yeah.
And we're like, mate, where are you? Like, you're late. And he's like, sends a photo of a BMW, like 2 minutes deep under a tide bundle. And
Like, I was in that 10 minutes ago.
I know. And he said the worst thing is, it was his wife's car. The guy who was driving it was his wife's car.
No.
So, yeah.
Binned his wife's car. That is an awkward conversation. I was like, worst. Hey, can you pick me up in Phillip Island? Binned your car, like.
Although that has happened, where we had to tow truck a car home.
Yeah, tow truck in Phillip Island.
That's an expensive tow truck. Yeah, but that has happened. But then the 10 grand over to Mr. Lindsay Fox to damaging his barrier.
Yeah, imagine that. You bin your car, you've got your own bill, let alone the track bill for it's a tire wall.
Yeah. Oh. So, but Geordie, how did the day end for you at Phillip Island?
Oh, here we go. We covered flack for it, but as a typical winter's day in Phillip Island, typically ends up, it was pissing down rain sideways. So I thought, this is a rented car. The demisters aren't working. And it's still pretty busy out on track. So decided to sit the last session out. I had nothing to play for. I had my fun already. So everything I say just talks you up, because the way it ended up going is you took my session in the end.
Yeah, I definitely did not take his session in the end. But look, to be fair, and to have your back on this one, you couldn't see out the windscreen. You couldn't even see the rain line in the car in front. It was just so and the car is just not. It's just, So it was hectic, and it was carnage, and looking at you couldn't even see the actual white lines.
Yeah, and I remember like watching back the footage of you, and like you're driving, you're trying to shift, but then you're also wiping the window.
So I was screwed, and there was a button that I kept pressing, and I didn't know what it was, because I jumped in the car, and just to preface, like, I couldn't even. So it was built for Jaden, and who's one of our kids, and he's a lot longer than both of us. I couldn't reach the ignition of a kill switch.
Okay.
So we had a roll of tape around the ignition bit, and then I used that to touch the ignition.
Like cardboard toilet.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. And then I also had because I couldn't really touch any of the buttons or anything, and I was trying to like wiggle my finger to touch a button that said rain, and I'm thinking, if there's anything that's going to demiss this.
Yeah.
It turns out all I was doing was turning on and off the rain light, which is so stupid, right? I felt really pathetic, right? But I had it between my suit was this dirty rag. God damn it, it's a custom white race suit. That stuff between my legs. And I was actually...
Yeah.
You would have seen it.
Yeah.
I was actually wiping the windscreen.
Yeah.
It was so bad.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But Geordie didn't finish the last session, and as I pulled into the pits, I see Geordie next to me, expecting us to switch, but he was in a hoodie.
Already in my jeans.
And he's like, all right, he's not going to do it. Geordie, I'm going to take Geordie's session. So I actually went out and I drove in Geordie's session. Here's where I incriminate myself. I went out and drove in Geordie's session, and you don't know this yet, but I got a penalty whilst I drove under your transponder and under your name. I was waiting till I received a message from you saying that you logged into your Motorsport Australia.
Yeah, just like had like 5 emails. Like,
Yeah, you dickhead, stop fucking around. But no, I went out and I was in bright pink gear. You were in green gear, and basically what we were wearing that day was quite distinctive, and we stood out like dog spots.
Oh,
They were only guys in custom gear basically on the day, and I had thought that they'd spotted me because I pulled into the pits, into the like basically the out red or whatever, and then the guy goes, "You." To the stewards afterwards, and I'm thinking, oh my god, they've got me. Like, that's clearly in the bright pink.
Yeah.
And you can't avoid it. And so here I am thinking the worst, like, we're going to get booted out for life. And we're never going to be able to do this ever again. And so I got out of all my gear, left my bag and my phone, anything that proved that my name was Nick. So I got into all my gear, and I've gone up, and the guy's like, why would you do that? You're dickhead, you can't be doing that bullshit, blah, 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 blah. And he was going off at me, and I'm thinking, oh my god. And he goes, so why'd you do it? And I'm like, I just played dumb. I'm like, did what? And he goes, you passed under yellow and you passed 3 cars. And so I was the happiest guy to ever receive such a harsh
getting
grilled for passing under yellows. To be fair, I couldn't see it. No, you couldn't see the yellows.
Yeah, right.
I did pass 3 cars, but here I am super happy that he didn't know that I was driving in Geordie's session, and never said anything to Geordie. And so I'm walking away with a real big smile on my face. And he goes, you shouldn't be that excited for it. It's like me murdering 3 people, right? And then driving at 300 k's per hour to the Hume and then getting caught for that.
Yeah.
Be shafted.
Yeah, they definitely do be happy if you're mixing transponders and all that sort of shit.
Yeah. So your background, what were you doing that day?
So I was there, but I was just videoing some content and stuff. So basically, outside of karting, I'm a freelance videographer, and I guess I don't know why, but it just seems that no matter what I do, I just have this urge to eventually end up filming whatever I'm doing, right? So I
Shit
think,
goes from.
yeah. So I started making some videos around all the go-karting and everything that I've been doing, and just sharing like my experience. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, filming motorsport's actually really, really cool. Like, I really enjoy it. You guys always seen me around Oakley, like with my camera now, so I'm constantly got my camera walking around and stuff. And it's actually funny because ever since I started doing that, like I feel like I've made more connections with people. Like I've met more people, and I feel like I've just made more friends in general. Like, it's actually been really cool. But yeah, like that's pretty much it. Like just started creating some stuff, and I'm going to continue doing it, and we'll see what happens.
I kind of empathise a bit. I don't know what it's like having friends nearly found. Actually paid for, so
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Friendship salary.
Yeah, literally. So, no, it's pretty cool, and you come up with these absolute gems of things that you told me. Like, we're at the dinner fairly recently at Germany's place, and you're like, oh, I did this work for Hyundai, and I'm like, show me. And it was like an ad. I'm like, that is so cool. Was it Hyundai?
Yeah, it's Hyundai.
So cool.
Yeah. But that, I mean, so just for the audience, like that was a TV commercial that went for it was 10 days, so that was the longest I've spent away working on a shoe.
10 days straight, or you have a break in between, or
10 days straight.
just want to get in there now. You're not taking a weekend, I guess. Makes sense.
What's the hotel fly?
No, so funnily enough, we're out in Nullarbor, so literally like out back, and out there's literally just one gas station.
Oh my god!
It's called the Roadhouse or something, but it was like the only place, and so the accommodation was just like like shitty hotel kind of,
Just like bump up.
yeah,
Hotel.
Yeah,
You
like
get a
that.
bed and like
The receptionist ups the gas, also serves you drinks, like makes the bed.
also is a police officer.
Yeah.
But no, it was really cool. Like it's flat outback, and the whole ad was basically like Hyundai make electric cars, right? So the whole ad was about saying that electric cars can go the distance, if that makes sense. So, but anyway, so how I got into all of that was I was employed by like a film team here in Melbourne who's just specialise in car ads mainly. And they sort of just mentored me. They taught me how the industry works, and then eventually we all went our separate ways, and now I freelance, and I still work with them. They're the ones who get me on like the bigger jobs that I do, but so I was lucky enough to have them to kind of guide me to it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
We actually crossed paths recently at the same job, and we didn't realise.
Yeah.
Until the night before we were having dinner,
Crazy.
and we were both signed NDAs over not saying what it was for.
Yeah.
And it was a motorsport related thing. And
Yeah.
I said, we had a dinner, and I said, Harry, how good are you at keeping secrets? You know what I said, you know what I'm doing tomorrow? And then he goes, how good are you keeping secrets? You want to know what I'm doing tomorrow? I bet it's better.
Yeah.
Fuck, we're at the exact same thing tomorrow, basically.
Yeah. I was like, I'm doing this. What are you doing? Hold on.
I'm doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just by chance. We're on the same. On the same shoot.
Yeah. Okay.
So we didn't realise this till
fun.
on the day I was messaging him, and I'm seeing a drone flying around thinking that's Harry, right? And then I'm messaging him like, where are you? And he's like, I'm actually on a different location. So I didn't realise, and I don't know if you realised at the time either, it was being shot over different locations, and we were just in like the A and B location. And so
They just splice it together at the end, sort of
I
thing.
think they just, maybe, I don't know. It's without context, and we can't say what it is.
Yeah. So they make us sign NDAs because it's unreleased, and
Yeah.
obviously we can't talk about it a bit much. Yeah. I have a funny story about. It was actually my very first race weekend at Oakley, right? So this is like me and my brother Will were doing our first race, and it was our first heat, right? We've done our qualifying. We're like mid-pack. We were like, this is sick. This is awesome. We go out at the out grid for the first heat, and so Will qualified in front of me, which annoys me to this day. And he starts warming up his tires. Like he's literally just gone onto the track. You know how you pull out, and
Straight out the grid.
literally we haven't even hit the first corner yet. He spins out. I go straight into him.
Oh no!
And it was my left front wheel, and the whole stub axle just went.
Oh my god!
And I was like, and we were trying to push each other off, and then he was all good, and he freaking just like drove off and kept going, and then started the race.
Yeah.
I literally just had a fully like bent stub axle,
Yeah.
and I was just like straight to the pits.
You see,
And that was my first ever race.
No.
that's proper amateur hour. Every once in a while. I mean,
I was that guy. I was like, I can't believe this. I am that guy.
Yeah.
whenever like that happens, I look around just look for Geordie, basically. Like, I'm just getting like rinsed, and then very rarely if that happens to you, you're just looking around like, who saw that?
Yeah.
I thought that story was going where it was one of your first races, and Lex, my brother,
Oh, dude.
hit you. That's what I thought that you
I'll
were
never
saying.
forget. So that was his first race, wasn't it? Or his first
I think that was his
day.
first,
That time.
first club day, yeah.
his first club day.
Yeah, it's first time as
And
well.
Same thing. It's like the corkscrew, and it's only one goes in the corkscrew, and I think they were trying to get three squeezed into that little corner, and he's gone over the top of you, and he was so pissed. And for anyone that doesn't know him, he's basically 110 kilo of Viking, and he's 110 kilo of muscle.
Yeah.
And he picked his go-kart up, and you can't move these things in and out of gravel traps, let alone walk uphill with them. He was so pissed off.
That.
You remember that? And
remember-
all the
yeah.
kids were watching him like, he just picked up a go-kart.
Yeah, it's
walked
literally
it
like
up
grabbed
the
it by
corkscrew.
the slide pod and just like...
He walked it up the corkscrew and then just dumped the go-kart. And he was just pissed. So,
I can't remember. Was he on the inside or?
yeah,
Yeah. Because he went over the engine.
He
I think he went over my engine and it ripped off the air filter.
Oh, yeah.
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 Oh, dude.
It's like you look at it and you're like, you're not related to him. You and your brother hit one another,
Yeah.
don't know him.
That's fun.
That was funny. And I remember your dad just with the big hammer, like smacking an axle.
No,
And to be fair, it fixed it. Like it's
Yeah.
sort of the stay I'm using that same axle, so you know, he did a good job.
We call it percussive maintenance.
What's next on the calendar?
Yeah, it's actually it was a busy week for me because we've got the 4SS state title, so it's the orange plate.
Big one.
And yeah, so the orange plate is basically I guess a championship kind of event where the winner gets to wear this orange plate on their kart to say that they're, the orange plate winner for that year. So you get to keep it for a year, and then they do the following orange plate, and then the winner of that then takes the orange plate for that year. So it's a pretty cool,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, you want
Well,
to play.
Yeah.
I always want to play.
Yeah, and I feel like in four stroke, it's probably the main kind of title thing that we have, like which so it's exciting. Yeah, I've never done it, so I'm really keen. And then the week after, we've got the Enduro at Geelong, so that's going to be cool. There's a lot of people entered in that as well. So
Stacked.
Yeah, there's plenty of
Yeah.
for sure.
My lord.
So that is a 2-hour enduro. We're in teams of 2, and we have to do 3 pit stops. Is it 2 or 3?
It's 3, and it's
3.
weird because
Yeah,
they're during stage. From my understanding, is that so Lex and Mike you're doing in Lex's go kart.
Yep.
Because Lex can't fit into Mikey's without having his knees
Yeah,
like
yeah,
to his
yeah.
ears.
So
But
yeah,
I think it's during a certain time you can pit, which is really strange.
yeah. There was
It's like
I
3
think certain
phases.
there's certain times you have to pit, and then you have to pit within. Like, you have to take a certain amount of time.
Yeah,
so like
stop time.
minimum stop time.
Yeah.
So we have to actually at some point calculate how long it's going to take us to come in, do the stop, and then do however much of the lap it is
Yeah.
point of when they cut it.
There's always a tricky thing with go-kart enduros because the minimum stop time is the lap that you take the pit on, so they count your lap time for that lap. So you start the clock when you go past the finish line,
Yeah.
and then say it's 5 minutes, you can't cross the line again within 5 minutes. It's not like they've got to stop watching the pits and they just see how long you stop for.
Yeah.
So yeah, you kind of have to start your timer when you go past the finish line, and then say it takes you 20 seconds to get from the out grid back to the start finish line. So you go back out at 4 minutes 40 seconds or whatever. It's like really,
It's weird because
it's a weird strategy.
with a pit
to-
stop, you got to get it onto a stand, and it's
Yeah.
really unconventional. It's not like a race car where you drive in, work gets done.
Yeah.
You drive
that's
off,
it.
like-
yeah.
And a lot of the time they'll have like a designated refueling area. So you get the cart on the stand and then push the cart out of the pits, refuel it, get it back in the pits, do your work where your tools are.
It's just literally like sprinting with the cart.
It is mayhem.
Chaos, and people have got these like makeshift
Yeah.
pit boards and things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to make one of those beforehand. We use the
Floor tray. We use the
yeah,
broomstick.
we used the no. We used the one year it was the extendable pool scoop.
yeah.
So it's like a aluminium
Yeah.
rod.
And we had a
that was
floor
for scooping the pools, and
we
floor
had
tray.
vinyl wrapped the floor tray with high vis
Yeah,
and had that sticking out. It was the most backyard.
For
shit.
what?
for people to tell the driver when to come in because you don't know how many laps you've done. You do like 8 laps, you're like, "Fuck, has it been an hour yet?"
That's good.
Yeah.
That's actually I'm gonna write down notes.
And
This
it's-
is
You
good.
can't like wait for you're not looking for someone on the side to go like that.
Yeah.
No.
Karting dads are fucking.
There'll be 50 people in the stand. You won't pick the one person
Yeah.
that you need to look for.
Right.
And these days, karting dads are fucking freaking out.
Oh, they're doing these ones.
Yeah,
these
doing
ones.
this the whole time. Like,
I wish we were allowed comms.
Oh, that'd be good.
At least for that.
Yeah.
That-
You think like a one-off, it's probably too hard to do on a go-kart.
people get too serious with this shit out.
I remember back when we were at the rental cars, the kids used to have their AirPods in. And they were doing comms in the Enduros and the rental cars. And I was like, dude, just good guy.
Yeah, it's got some fun, mate. Like,
And yeah, there was a kid in the grandstand with his phone with a laptop. and it was like, yeah, you're 2/10 slower. Like,
and the cart was 6/10 slower. Like the rental car.
yeah, it's like, okay, dude, just, you need to try that.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's going to be so good.
Yeah.
I'm driving with Justin Davey, so we're very similar height and weight as well,
Yeah.
which makes it
Makes it easy, yeah.
Yes, you got then Lex and Mikey, and Mikey is like a 14-year-old, and Lex is like a 110 kilo Viking.
Yeah.
We just
But like
built like
opposite end of the weight spectrum.
I know. So you got really
But-
high, really light.
yeah.
Depending on the format, that can be good because if you do qualifying and just has to be one driver, then they'd be like
It's both.
Yeah, so if they do a combined qualifying, but I think there's been a few years Enduros have done the other way. Where you just pick your driver.
How does a combined quali work?
I think both average from at a time.
Yeah, you both set a time
And
and
it's
just do the
fastest
average.
first. And
No, they'll do the average.
Oh,
time.
okay.
So if you
Right.
do like a 50.1 and a 50.4, it'll be at 50.
But Mikey is like a quali mode with his weight, and then Lex is like, he's in headies normally. So it's going to be very interesting.
Oh, it's still average. So if Mikey's half a second quicker than everyone else's average, and then Lex is half a second slower, it'll balance out.
yeah,
True.
In theory.
And you're going to be filming that one.
100%. Yeah, I'm keen to film it.
So we're going to film and drive.
Yeah. So I'll have the GoPro on there.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I won't like.
I mean, I thought like after your stint, you're gonna like get the cameras out. Like, fuck, you're gonna be busy. Like,
Trying to
worried
stop.
about like how much like storage are left on the camera.
I mean, I'm going to have to be organised. Like, I'll probably, because I will, when I'm, waiting and Justin's out driving, like, I will try to record and all that. But I think I'll only have, like, my GoPro just to keep it really easy for me, because I know that if I try to do anything more than that, like, it's going to be so hectic.
Yeah, because the racing potential like that, if he has an issue, has to come in and he's only done half a stint, you might as well
Yeah.
do your stint like so quick.
Like, it's probably the one thing, like, because I'm a huge advocate for, like, learning how to film yourself when it comes to, like, filming stuff, because I think if you don't know how to film yourself, like, you'll never learn how to do it. Like, it's just the reality. You have to be able to do it on your own.
Yeah.
But there are times, like the Enduro, when I probably will see if there's any friend who wants to come down and, like, just, watch or whatever, and they'll be happy to hold the camera during a pit stop or something.
Yeah, just turn the thing
But,
on and point it.
Yeah, that'll be awesome, but it'll be fun. I'm keen.
Good. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it'd be heaps of fun.
All right. Well, thank you very much for listening. Please let us know what you want to hear, what you like, what you didn't like.
Yeah, that's it. Like, we really want to help a lot of you guys as well. Like, if you've got any questions, just throw it in the comments. We've all got different, I guess, amounts of experience and a lot of different perspective on, karting, motorsport, all that stuff. So, hope you guys are keen for the next one, and we'll see you there. So, cheers.
See ya.
See ya.